Hello, 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 hello. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Oh man, I know it's a day later than I normally stream. Normally I catch it on Fridays, but I'm a little late today. Instead work on with the midday Saturday stream. Hope that doesn't get in the way of too many people's schedules, but you know, you can always tune in on your channel. And with your support is appreciated. I've got my radio voice on today because I sat in the car a lot this morning and listened to a lot of radio. Anyway, let's see. I guess first, let's go back over, let's go back over the, national park images. For the day. National park pictures for the day. I'm trying to find which parks we're posting. But I need to find which parks you're posted and then let's see. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Letting on grab my pictures. Let's see. It should be here, and then run here, and then here, and then here, and here, and here. There we go. So the first picture today was this one. First picture from Monday was this one. Can you imagine Fish National Park? And one of you got it right. It is Arches National Park. God, I have to pull up my installation tab. I have not organized today. I never start streams for players, and I'm sure that's like the smartest thing to do. Yes, Arches National Park in Utah, established in 1971. The site features more than 2,000 natural sandstone arches, of the most popular being the Delicate Arch, the Landscape Arch, and the Devil Arch. The picture that we see right now is the Delicate Arch. Millions of years of erosion created these structures in a desert climate where the arid ground has life-sustaining biological soil crusts and plateaus that serve as natural water collecting basins. Other geographic formations were pinnacles, fens, and balancing rocks. Arches are supposed to be one of the most photographically beautiful parks that you can go see. I have not been there personally yet, but it is definitely one that is on the list. And then next picture that we had for the day was know where I put it. It's right here. There we go. Next picture. Any guesses? Any guessers? There's not a ton of volcano national parks, so it was a pretty. You had a narrow selection from this one. And we actually had another brag dancer on this. It was the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park in Hawaii. Established in 1916. It's on the Big Island, and it protects the Makiliale and Mauna Loa volcanoes. Two of the world's most active geological features. And then has tropical rainforest and the barren lava bed and covers, where's my measuring tool? Covers over 300,000 acres. Big national park. That one's a biggie. That one's a biggie. Next national park on the list was this one. Let me see now. This one. A Big Tree, California Park. Any guesses? General guesses? There's not too many that you can take from. And did anybody get this one right? Yes, there was a right answer in this one. It is Sequoia National Park in California. Sequoia National Park is established in 1890, one of the older parks on the list. Protects the giant forest, which has some of the world's largest trees. The general term is the largest tree in the park. Other features include 240 caves, a long segment of the Sierra Nevada mountains, and the tallest mountain in the contiguous United States. And Umori Rock, a large granite dome. It's the tallest mountain in the contiguous United States. Mount Whitney. Fisherman's Peak at Mount Whitney sits at 14,505 feet. That's right. And the tree, the general sermon, was 275 feet tall and 25 feet around. Estimated to have been seeded somewhere between 700 BC and 300 BC. That's an old tree. Here's some goofy lore. The tree was at one time renamed in honor of Karl Marx. So it's a commie tree. It's a dirty red communist tree. That's why it's so old. It's been leaching also the collective resources of the other trees around it. Silly. And one more. We had one more part that was on last week's list. Some of you might recognize it if you've been to Sequoia, which is the sister park of Sequoia. It's Kimo's Canyon. And nope, nobody got this one right. This is Kimo's Canyon National Park, also in California. And let me find my little notes about it. So I can spell. There's Kings Canyon, established in 1940. So, not made a national park until quite a bit after Sequoia. And still has several giant sequoia. The General Grant tree, the world's second largest mecca tree, General Grant, which is 267 feet high, with its largest diameter at 28.9 feet. That is a massive one. It also has the Kings River, which sculpts the Granite Canyon. It has the San Joaquin River and the Boyden Challenge. Although Kings Canyon was National Park in 1940, it's assumed General Grant National Park, which had been established in 1890 as the United States' fourth national park. So this is a former national park that has been renamed once. That's an interesting one. I did not know but that was a thing. It has a little over 460,000 square acres park. Okay, cool. So a nice double spot to go to if you go see Sequoia You go see Kings Canyon, and you just kind of tear them right next to each other, which is fun. Anything else? Oh yes, and then we had, is this our first quiz or our second quiz? This is our second quiz. That was on Friday. Which state has the most total national parks? And some of you got it right. It's California. California has 9 national parks. Alaska, Utah, 5, and Colorado. So I'm lucky them. And our poll for today. Which national park is your personal favorite between Yellowstone, Yosemite, the Grand Canyon, or other? I had to select other because I haven't been to any of those 3. None of those are my favorite. My personal favorite national park right now, it would be Big Bend National Park. It was the first one that I ever went to. And I have some family that lives there. And it's just, my total introduction to the world of national parks and being on a trip. So it has a near and dear place in my heart because it was the park I went to at the start. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Okay. So I had a fun idea of something we could do today. I was wondering if I could get y'all's help on helping me fill out a couple of Junior Ranger Puck books. So some of the national parks will have their Junior Ranger booklets posted online that you can download, and that way you can have some of it filled out before you get there. And it can kind of speed up the process of the trip. Especially if you're going to a bunch of parks in kind of a hurry. It's nice to be only have to, be able to visit the visitor center once, and then, drop off your book and get your badge after you, say the pledge and promise to drink milk and eat your vegetables. It can kind of make the trips a little easier. So let's do out a couple of these today. While you're hanging out with me. So we've got the first one that we're starting with is the Wild Heritage Junior Ranger book. This one, there's a number of Wild Heritage sites that are in the United States. Let's find the list. All these UNESCO Wild Heritage sites that are in the United States. Here's the list. We have Mesa Verde National Park in Colorado, Yellowstone National Park, and Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. The Wrangell St. Elias Glacier Bay Parks in Alaska, the Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona, the Everglades National Park in Florida, Independence Hall in Pennsylvania, Redwood National and State Parks in California, Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky, Olympic National Park in Washington, Cahokia Mounds in Illinois, Great Smoky Mountains National Park in North Carolina, Tennessee, La Fortaleza and San Juan National Historic Site in Puerto Rico, the Statue of Liberty in New York, Yosemite National Park in California, the Chaco Culture in New Mexico, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park in Hawaii, Monticello and the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, Virginia, Taos Pueblo in New Mexico, the Carlsbad Caverns National Park in New Mexico, the Waterton Glacier International Peace Park in Montana. Yeah. Oh boy, this one's a tough one. Papahana Umakauke, Hawaii. and minor outlying islands, is the world's largest marine protected area, bigger than the Great Barrier Reef. The monumental earthworks of Poverty Point in Louisiana, the San Antonio missions in Texas. I've been there. The 20th century architecture as Frank Lloyd Wright in the Middle States. Poplar ceremonial earthworks in Ohio. Well, ceremonial earthworks in Ohio. And the more of even church settlements in Pennsylvania. That is the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the United States. There are 26 sites in total, 13 cultural sites and 12 natural sites. So a lot of national parks, but not very national parks. And you can become a World Heritage Site Senior Ranger. I think they have these plaques at each of the World Heritage Sites. I don't know. I didn't see them when I was at San Antonio missions. But they do have this book available for download online. And you fill it out and you mail it in. This is one of the few ones that you make, and you can receive your World Heritage Senior Ranger badge. But it's interesting because the website says that they're not taking submissions anymore because the guy that was the commissioner of the World Heritage Program, or the World Heritage Junior Ranger Program, is retired, and that was in 2024, and they haven't hired a new person since then, so they've never reopened the program. I'm gonna fill it out and mail it in anyway, just to, see what happens, but, and it's likely that I might not get anything back from this one. But I'm honored by this a little bit more, but, there we go, now you can see. Alright. So we're going to become a Junior Ranger. Here's how. To receive a Junior Ranger badge, finish the booklet, mail it into the Office of International Affairs, National Park Service, 1849 Central Street, I guess C Street, RM 2415, Washington, D.C., 2240. If you are 5, do 6 or if you're 5 to 6, do 3 of the activities. If you are 7 to 8, do 5 of the activities. 9 to 10, do 7 of the activities. If you are 11 or older, complete the whole book. Well, I'm gonna operate under the assumption that me and my audience is at least 11 years older, because otherwise, why are you on YouTube? I mean, I guess you can be on YouTube at any rate, but I don't know. Stay off the internet. So it'll rot your brain. So we're gonna need to complete the whole book. Let's see here. So what is a World Heritage Site? World Heritage Site is a landmark or area that is selected by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, or UNESCO. The Heritage Site list includes over 1,000 places of such universal value that all humanity shares interest in their preservation and are legally protected by international treaties. The United States has 24 World Heritage Sites, and 18 of those units are of the National Park Service. The Ranger booklet highlights some of these important sites, both in the United States and around the world. If you could design a World Heritage Site, what would it look like? And what criteria would you use? Well, let's see. If I could design a World Heritage Site, I would want it to be... I like castles. I think a great World Heritage Site would be a castle. So let's draw a little castle here with our parapet, our rampart. Go away. I just want to draw. Let me draw. I'm trying to use my actual drawing tablet for this. Yeah, and use a little castle door. Okay, I have to be allowed to draw. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Please go back. Come on, make contact. There we go. Castle door. Floor. And then we're gonna have a thing that goes around it. Not that big wall that goes around it. This is such processional drawing, I suppose. And then we'll have a little wall. And there we go. And this one. And then we have a note at the bottom, because every castle has to have a note at the bottom. That means, let's see, does this look notice? Oh, that came out very poorly. And then a drawbridge across the note. And a little window. Let's draw a happy little window. That one would be our secret. And there's a princess in the window. Because what's a castle without a darling princess? What criteria would you use? They would have to be... it would have to be good. Then it would have to be... I don't know. It would have to be popular. Like all the kids in school. Wow, I swear I can... Popular. I'm old, big, and popular. Mostly old and big. That's the criteria I would use to design a World Heritage Site. The criteria for a World Heritage Site. As you work through this book, you'll learn about a few World Heritage Sites. Each site in this book meets... Excuse me. It meets at least 1 of 10 different criteria to be a World Heritage Site. As soon as you can match each site to its select criteria. A World Heritage Site must be an outstanding example, not just a normal example, of human creative genius, like myself. Well, developments on architecture like technology, a cultural tradition or an old civilization, a building or landscape that shows important parts in history. A traditional human settlement that represents a culture or a human interaction with the environment. Event or living tradition, a natural phenomena or area of exceptional magical beauty. Major stages of Earth's history, significant ongoing ecological and biological processes, the natural habitat of a threatened species. Why do you think so many national parks and its service units are World Heritage Sites? I'm gonna say it's usually nature oriented. I would say probably number 7. It's got exceptional natural beauty. Probably number 8. It's got some significant features of Earth's history. A lot of vast flags were formed by really massive tectonic plate shifts or volcanoes. That I'd say are pretty significant. Probably number 9 as well. There's definitely some parks that have ongoing ecological processes, like some reforestation of some agents on plant and animal life that exists there. There's definitely a lot of natural habitat for threatened species. That's probably one of the biggest things that National Park does, I would say. And occasionally there are cultural traditions or World Heritage civilizations. Sometimes there's a lot of either Native American artifacts or early settler artifacts that can be found on these sites. So I would say all of these things. I would say all of these things are relevant to the national parks. World Heritage sites in the United States. So I just read through the list earlier. By looking at the map of the United States, you identify some of the missing sites. Write the number of the site next to where you think it is on the map. Where is the Statue of Liberty? I think the Statue of Liberty's in New York. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been there. We're gonna call that one. Oh, that was terrible. One more time, please. Can I get a dehunger? One. Next to Independence Hall and the Guggenheim, which is by the Frank Lloyd Wright buildings. Next. Let's cross it off so that we can say that we did it. Next, there's Yosemite National Park. Where is Yosemite National Park? It's in it's in California, isn't it? It's in California. I know Yosemite hasn't popped up on our list yet, but I'm pretty sure it's in California. Oh my god. I swear I can draw. There we go, number 2. And let's cross it off down. There we go. There we go. Crossing it off one at a time. Chaco culture. Lord, Chaco culture? I'm not sure. But the taco culture. That might be offensive. But I think that's going to go to Mexico. We're gonna put number 3. No. We're gonna put number 3 right here. Number 3. Come on, you gotta register the first loop. Number 3. Number 3. And only once the first loop. Guys, this was a market. 3. Now. Stop it. Now I want to draw a 3. I swear to God, if you don't give me a... Am I the only one that hates Adobe? I feel like I'm not the only one that hates Adobe. Oh wow, look, a 3! Hooray, we have a 3 at Lake Foster, cross up Lake Yosemite, there's Chaco culture. The Marine National Monument. Definitely down here, I can't draw a 4. That's a 4 right there. Only attempting that pronunciation once. The Glacier Bay. Definitely in Alaska. Where else would you have glaciers? On to the next thing. Let's see what we got. The Statue of Liberty is a national monument and international treasure managed by the National Park Service. This World Heritage Site is a shining beacon of liberty to the people around the globe. A gift from the people of France, the Statue of Liberty has welcomed millions of immigrants who have arrived at the United States by sea. There's a poem at the base of the Statue of Liberty called The New Colossus, and you fill in the missing words to complete the poem. Keep ancient lands, your storied pomp, prized to with silent bits. Give me all your door. Give me your door. Your yawning. Yawn. You're a little mess and it's homeless. That totally says homeless. To breathe free, the wretched refuse of your feelings core, stand to use the lamp. Tempest toast to me, and I lift my tired beside the golden pool. Give me your door, your yarning, your fuddled masses, homeless to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming tribes, send these the lamp, tempest of oak to me. I lift my tired beside the golden pool. That is totally what it says at the base of the Statue of Liberty. As far as I know, because I've never been. Did you guys like Mad Libs? Am I? No, I was Mad Libs. That was a go-to alright game for me. I remember playing a lot of Mad Libs in the car, and you would just make up kinds of nonsense, and it was hilarious every time. Swear. Grand Canyon National Park. At 18 miles wide and 1 mile deep, the Grand Canyon's Gorge is a history book written in rock. Its geological layers tell a tale that goes back more than 1.8 billion years. The immense and colorful Grand Canyon of Arizona is valued worldwide as one of the Earth's most powerful and inspiring scenic landscapes. Water is the lifeblood of the Grand Canyon. 5 to 6 million years ago, the Colorado River began to carve its way downward. Further erosion by streams led to the Grand Canyon's widening. Today, these forces of nature are still at work, slowly deepening and widening the Grand Canyon. You navigate the Colorado River, make your way through the rapids and rocks of the river. Right. I love mazes. Let's see where we should go. Yeah. Right through here, around, and down, and up, and through. And we're gonna go down this way. Open, and up, and through, and down, and across. Betwixt, and we should do the thither, and up, right back to the spot. Yeah. I don't think I navigated this rapids quite properly. Okay, well, what if we go this way? Here we go, making turns, turning around, bring it back. Come on, before we're back where we started. You know what? Let's try coming at it from the other angle. Here I go. I totally didn't skip that one. Let's try going down this way. Up it, and here we go. Up it, and alright, come on now. Bring it back. Come on. We're getting close. We're almost there. We're going in a very convoluted. Oh, no, not quite. Come on. You can make it. They can make it. This back out from where you sit in front of. We don't gotta cross the lines. Here we go. Hey, we're close. We made it. Maze Master. That's right. That's how the Maze Master does it. Alright. Yeah. Moving on. Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho is the world's first national park. It showcases significant geological phenomena. The park has natural beauty and wild ecosystems where rare and endangered species thrive. The two hotspots The park has many geothermal forces, including hot springs, geysers, and mud pots. Can you name the thermal features below? I think I can. This was it's I guess this counts as a hot springs. We got a hot springs, HS for hot springs. This one right here looks like a mud pot. Yeah, this one looks like a really fun original geyser. Everglades National Park. Florida is the largest subtropical wilderness in the United States and has been designated as a wetland of international importance and the international biosphere is in addition to a World Heritage Site. Everglades National Park hosts over 300 species of birds and its over 60 threatened and endangered species. Who am I? As below, you can identify the Florida panther, the alligator, the manatee, the great guy. Point to the E on it next to the picture as you think the animal is correct. Yes. Well, you know what? No, humans are happy with it. Panther. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I have to say this. As a side note, there's no such thing as a Black Panther. And I don't mean the movie, and I don't mean the superhero, and I don't mean Wakanda Forever. But there's no such thing as an actual Black Panther. They are jaguars with black fur, and you can't see the spots underneath them. But they're not panthers. Panthers are different from jaguars. And if you see a big cat with black fur, that's the jaguar, not a Black Panther. But if you do, image it. If you do, I forgot what type of it. If it's like a thermal or an infrared or whatever. Whatever, if you would image where you can see the fur, like you sized a Black Panther, it would have jaguar spots. So, just letting y'all know, no such thing as a Black Panther. And there's a lot of alligators out there. I did not know that manatee trips had a thing. I have visited the Everglades before. It's definitely been a while since it's gone. But I think the most exciting thing out there to see is alligators. Making connections. Beth Olympic National Park in the United States. No. Oh boy, here we go. And Ngorongoro Conservation Area in Tasmania have sites that fall under the selection criteria of showing a major stage of Earth's history and a significant ongoing ecological and biological process. Olympic National Park, located at the northwest of Washington State, is known for the diversity of its ecosystems, glacier-clad mountains, and alpine meadows that are surrounded by extensive old-growth forests. 11 major river systems drain the Olympic Mountains, offering some of the best habitat for fish species in the country. Ngorongoro Conservation Area. The Ngorongoro Conservation Area in Tanzania has highland plains, savanna woodlands, and forest. The property has global importance for biodiversity conservation due to the presence of globally threatened species including wildebeest, zebra, gazelles, and other animals. Extensive research has also shown evidence of human evolution and early hominid footprints dating back 3.6 million years of that's almost. Are there similarities in these two sites? Yes, there are. They're both and they're both nature. And they both grows at the spoons or ghosts, depending on how you interpret. Yes, I think that's how they're similar. World Heritage Sites around the globe. Can you match the site to its description? The Taj Mahal is the tomb as Muslim art in India. It is one of the universally admired masterpieces of the world's heritage. Well, there's only 2 buildings on here, and it's gonna be one or the other. I'm not sure. Mexico's Chichen Itza is the sacred site to the ancient Mayans, and the invasion of the world in the universe is revealed in their stone monument and artistic works. Possibly the other building, well, 3. New Zealand's Tarongariro is important to Maori people for its cultural and spiritual associations, as well as outstanding volcanics features. And the Galapagos Islands is a province of Ecuador. It lies about 108, but it lies 621 miles off the coast. The island has a diversity of plant and animal species, many found nowhere else. Charles Darwin visited in 1835, and his observation of Galapagos species later inspired the theory of evolution. Well, this is the only thing that's in Iowa, so that's probably number 4. This is the only thing that looks volcanoes, so that's number 3. But now the difference between Chichen Itza and the Taj Mahal. One of the things that's telling about the Taj Mahal, since they said it is Muslim art, so one thing that we will be looking for is minarets, which are these little towers that sit on the outsides of the buildings. These are called minarets, and that's a staple of Islamic architecture. And Chichen Itza is a square. And ancient people only knew how to build squares. So that's number 2. Singi de... Oh, what? Here we go. Singi de Bimarafa. Singi de Bimarafa. Strict nature reserve. That's how hardcore it is. Singi de Bimarafa Strict Nature Reserve. Madagascar has Singi Peak and a forest of limestone needles. A spectacular canyon of the where was I? Of the Madambalo River, rolling hills and high peaks, the undisturbed forest lakes, the mangrove swamps are the habitats for rare and endangered plants. Wow, this is so incredibly beautiful for Gaia. This just looks like art piece, like it's not even real. Permit the dots on the ring tab leader. Okay, right, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 39, 40. Take a breath. 41, 42, from 3, 4, 5, 46, from 7, 48, 49, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 78, 59, 60. Again, class 61, 62, 3, 4. I went backwards. 5, 6, 7, 8. 69. 9. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 95, and back to 1. There we had it. 1 ring-tailed leaflet. We will be alive right there. With crazy luck. What way? Way. And let's get in a little ear slap. And some ears on. And what else does he have? He has a little white coloration that kind of comes here, you know? And kind of disappears that way. And then we have his hind legs. There should be a little right in his hind leg. Now, the battle drop spot. There we go. There's a little cut for the hind legs. And then let's draw the actual origins of the ring-tailed lemur. Because why else to be a ring-tailed, as he did have a bunch of rings? Declare those. There we go. Anything else that's distinctively in their feature? Let's give him the nose. Let's give him the little nostrils. We can breathe. He's got a mouth that's called the and let's make his tongue stick out. Lemur tongue. There we go. Now we got us a proper uniform book, and he's got little gloves on his feet and on his toes. There we go. Totally a ring-tailed lemur. Good job, everybody. Thank you for participating on that one. Next, we have Frank Lloyd Wright, the guy with the square buildings. Among the National Heritage Sites of the United States, the architectural wonders of Frank Lloyd Wright. Mr. Wright's buildings are so amazing that 8 of them were important enough to be included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. The 8 sites are titled 20th Century Architecture in Frank Lloyd Wright, as counted as a single listing. The Wright sites have been added. Include the Unity Temple, the Frederick C. Robbie House, the Taliesin, Hollycock House, Falling Water, Hubbard and Catherine Jacobs House, Taliesin West, and the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum. The 8 buildings played a prominent role in the development of the evolution of modern architecture today, during the first half of the 20th century and continuing into the present. Spanning 50 years of Wright's career, buildings are united by 3 attributes: spatial manipulation and abstraction, natural forms and principles, and responsive to the evolving American experience. Design your architecture and share your art. Oh, and they gave us a little starting building. Well, it's kind of funny that they, said that here's architecture inspires a lot of, a lot of modern buildings and homes, and I would say that that's patently not true, and the majority of modern buildings and homes are not made anywhere close to these attributes. Especially not modern buildings, when we're just put it on glass and steel now. But you know what? Let's make something a little fun. Let's make something a little fun, maybe a little traditional. We'll give it a nice square ceiling, and then we want to give it a fancy little roofing things here. That's steps going it, and a little railing. There we go. There's a little railing. And on this side, a big fire pit with a wood line and another wood line. A big chimney. It's gonna be a sunny chimney, because that's what we do here in our little Frank Lloyd Wright design. There's the smoke going out of the chimney, and it blows onto the balcony people, because that's how creative we are. World Heritage Sites in the United States. Oh, the places you can go. We have Idaho, these Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Louisiana, Montana, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and Washington. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 16, 17, 19, 19, 20, 21, 22. Well, technically 21. 21 domestic United States, 1 territory, but World Heritage sites in them. Very cool. Oh, and this is what they'll sign. And what the badge looks like. It'll have a cool little familial state World Heritage Junior Enter. So whenever I officially get what bright. Yeah, I don't know, so mail it in. It has to be signed to mail it in or something. Usually you sign it at the place, so I probably have to sign it. Before I mail it in. Alright. Well, we can do that, let's take a look at another junior ranger monkey. Let's go special. Yeah, it doesn't love fishing. Yeah, now it could be junior fisher anglerman. This was connected with the Lake Meredith National Recreational Park. I believe that's correct. This is connected to Lake Meredith for any of the other national sites that are more water oriented, like Rio Grande's Wild and Sea Given. Well, that's all I can think of right now. I was because the next thing I was going to say was Crater Lake, and I was like, can you put it Crater Lake? I don't know. Oh, well, Lake Clark, Lake Clark. The Kenai Fjords. I don't know. That's all I can think of right now. What? Yes, me. Big yawn. Big yawn. I don't know why I'm tired. I slept in today. What public lands on near U.S. Marisol Coles in Baltimore with others? Yeah, I don't think it looks that fleet over there, but we'll let it go. We'll let it go. But with this book in your hand, you are on your way to becoming a junior ranger angler. All across the United States, you can find perfect lands, places that we protect and share for all. If you're ready to dive into the world of fishing, these parks, wild refuges, fish hatcheries, and preserves are a great place to start. Follow the directions below to begin your adventure. An angler, one who fishes with a rod line. A junior ranger angler, one who respects fish and fish habitats, protects nature, and is a role model for safe and smart angling practices. First, you must complete this book. As much as you can, as best you can. If you're really about to go fishing, great. If you're not fishing today, use this book to plan a fishing trip real or imaginary. We go fishing in our imaginations, Scott. I think everybody here has got at least a little bit of skill in abstraction. Check your work to show a ranger, fish and wildlife manager, teacher, or other adult way you complete it. Get a Junior Ranger Angler badge. With time you completed book 2, a participating park, wildlife refuge, or hatchery. See the back to more instructions. Let's go fishing! No matter who you are or where you live, whether you've been fishing or not, if you're ready to learn, explore, and be a safe angler, fishing is for you. Your name. What is my name? Everybody, it's Will. Not so fun. Yeah, Lori. Time out of nature and adventure, letting you out on some plans, time with my friends and family, playing, quiet time, relaxing. What do you like most about a day out fishing? Well, I like being out in nature, of having some adventure. And I love spending time with my friends at fishing. Fishing is not relaxing. It is a hardcore sport to me. There's no downtime, there's no laziness. We don't take naps. We don't eat snacks. It's a serious adventure. We're out here fishing for a live, man. The humpback chub. Look at that shit. That might be what I call y'all. My chatters, you're now chads. I'm actually writing that down. Everybody should a chub now. Anglers help designated fish by fishing for non-maintenance competitors at the Annulands National Park. I don't what you are most looking forward to on your day outside. Don't use words. Give your family or friends who guess what you're big. Chat. Here we go. Can you guess what I mean? There you go. If you can guess what that is, then you want a cookie. Now, before you go, and discuss with safety, stay smart checklists with your friends and family. Safety checklist. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Alright, everybody. We have our life jackets. See life jackets in there? Yes, we have life jackets. Do we have water? The water in the lake doesn't count. Do we have water separate from the water in the lake? Yes, we do. We have snacks and food. What's your favorite snack? What's your favorite stuff in the comments? Yes, we do. Layers of clothes. We're fishing in the summer. Layers of clothes didn't apply. It's hot out here. We waddle that flames. Hat and sunglasses on nice. Sunscreen? No, I don't know. Sunscreen is terrible. I don't like putting sunscreen on, so I don't put sunscreen on. And one day I will be nice and crispy because of it. But until the skin counts against me, as sunscreen. First aid kit? Well, yeah, we all need first aid. We got leaves, we got rope. We've got everything we need. And a flashlight. Sorry, a flashlight. Yes, we totally have a flashlight. And nothing else. Please don't look behind. Yeah, the boot consulate. Stay smart checklist. I'm fishing with a buddy. I'm always fishing with my buddies. It's you guys. We gave a friend or family member a fishing plan. Yeah, I gave you my fishing plan. You give me your fishing plan. Now we all know each other's fishing plans. Yeah, we know the rules for fishing. Everybody paying attention? Does everybody know the rules? Oh, how about that? When not relying on cell phones, phone service may be limited. We always rely on cell phones, so I'm gonna have to cross this one out. Getting dinner? For types of fish or amounts of fish, there's safety. Check fish looting guidelines. Fish consumption advisories. Meet a fish. Everybody say hello, fish. Hello, fish. From tiny seahorses as taller than you figure to whale sharks that weigh more than a car, a huge group of animals we call fish have similar anatomy by body structure. Label the fish by reading the terms below and writing them in the matching number. Gills help the fish breathe and take in oxygen top of water. Where are the fish gills? Are they in the back? Are they in the front? Almost. Are they in the middle? Not quite. The fish gills are right there. Right there. Well, I learned something cool in one of my biology classes that just do this thing called countercurrent exchange. So the way that fish take in oxygen is the absorption from contact of the water on the gills. And so, if you look at a fish gill, it's all feathered out and has a lot of surface area. And, are little tiny blood vessels and capillaries and veins that run in and out of each of those kind of feathers that are, that make up the gills. And they're really close. There's just a little membrane that's in between what the blood is traveling through, get on the outside of the gill. And what that allows is that the water passing through the gills. No. Makes contact with them, and then the oxygen gets absorbed through those membranes. And what counterchanges was that the fissures from the direction of flow, I dropped my pen, there it is. The direction of flow of the fish's blood goes from back to front. So the most deoxygenated blood starts in the back of the gills over here, and it flows this way against the current of the water, which is flowing this way. This way. Well, this swims, but if they float in parallel, the most oxygen, the highest oxygen absorption point would be near at the front of the gill, and everything in the back of the gill wouldn't continue to get more oxygen because the water is kind of flowing at the same pace that the blood is flowing. So the blood flows in the opposite direction so that the blood gets exposed to more oxygenated water the entire time that it's in the gill system. And that way each red blood cell can take in as much oxygen as possible without having, while needing to make one pass through the gill system. So it's kind of a neat thing. Anyway, number 2, the tail. It pushes the fistful like in the butt. The lateral line that runs along the middle of the stimulation helps something its surroundings. I do not know much about the lateral line, but it looks like that right there. And scales that protect the fish's soft bodies right there. But not all fish have scales. Some fish have just an outer layer of skin. And that's kind of all that they really need, like catfish. Catfish are a non-scaled fish, they're just a skin fish. Draw a line to match each fish from its habitat, home and nature. The northern pike, or pike swan eye, is designed to quick burst to grab prey. Pikes live in lakes and like to hide in aquatic plants, waiting for dinner that swam by. Probably. I do what I best. A summer flounder with a sideways mouth and 2 eyes on one side. This flatfish goes into the sand and waits for food to swim along, looking for them in bays and regions. Sandy bottoms are where flounders live. A bluegill sunfish, the raised any shape. Special fins help it swim fast and finds actions quickly. Some fish search for bugs and underwater grasses, bleach and ponds. We got it wrong. Okay, so the sunfishes and grasses floated in sandy bottoms. The pike is in lake's edges, and the channel catfish with whiskers and barbs help catfish look inside food as they hide in muddy creeks, tunnels, or underwater. Oh, there we go. Did it. For thousands of years, fishing has been important, not just for fun, but for food and survival. Fish are still an important food source around the world today. The amazing halibut hook. Imagine you're in a canoe fishing in the icy waters of Alaska and you catch a halibut, as cooked by Gordon Ramsay. A flatfish that lives in the sea floor. The problem is, halibut could reach the pitch over 300 pounds. Get hook a big one, it can swamp your boat. What do you do? Long time ago, the Tlingit halibut Kata, Simshan people of Alaska designed a one hook that catches only tussock-sized halibut. The biggest halibut can't find their lip through the opening. Smaller halibut can't fit their mouths around the top. These beautifully carved lures show how art, design, and respect for the understanding of the fish can come together in fishing. Design your own fishing lure. A lure twins the fish to wipe the hook into a fish, imaginary or real, where it lives, and what it means, how to draw it, and describe your lure below. I know exactly what to do. Here's moths, here's mice. And a little barb on the end of the hook, and my favorite lure. Nice little fisherman's knot. is me wacky worm. Wacky worm. If you take a plastic worm and you hook it right in the middle and it drags sideways and does all kinds of goofy stuff, and fish love it. Fish love it, love it, love it. Can you find the fish carved into the bottom of the wood? Wow. I don't know. Can I? It's kind of too off. Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't realize our page was like a 1-2 page. There we go. Now you can actually see the whole screen. I thought it was this crap. Never mind. The fish carved into the bottom of the tunnel hole. Where do we think the fish is? Let's pump it up, ready? Oh, they can't do fun. Oh, probably too far. Yeah. Alright, so we got a guy. Yeah, we got a guy with something. A couple of other faces. So what's the fish? Isn't it the fish? Kind of looks like a fish. Maybe not. Is this the fish? Yeah. Well, maybe not. Is this the fish? Looks like fishy one. That looks like trees. I don't see the fish. I'm actually kind of struggling here. This one. I think this is the front. This is the here. That I can't really explain how it's the fish. We're gonna go ahead and take that as the S for that being the fish. Then swim your angler way. So here's our safety. Wear a life jacket. Don't forget water and snacks. Fish with a friend. When the weather gets bad or thunder roars, go outdoors. Know how to identify, handle, and release fish. Give anglers space. Stay away from other fishing lines and check your area before casting. Keep fish habitats clean. Don't leave behind trash or fishing line. Choose one rule and create a poster below. Imagining you are helping rangers and fish and wildlife teachers on why it's important. Well, I know a good sign. Okay, here's my sign. Here's my little picket wood. And my little knot in it because we have... we use fancy wood for our sides. And on here, it's innocent. Nope, missed that one up. On W. No. But no, you're boom. See that fish? That's a smiley fish. No, you're smiley fish. Types of fishing, from the rushing rivers of the Rocky Mountains to deep ocean trenches, from wide sharps to the frigid waters beneath the thick ice lake. Fish can be found across the United States and around the world. It is very interesting if you ever go to frozen lakes and like where you can still see through the ice and you see fish swimming underneath the lake and you're just like, what? How do they do that? It's always interesting to me. Where are you visiting today and or where do you live? The place that this will be relevant, I will be visiting way up here, Lake Meredith. There's my X on the map. What kind of fishing would you like to try? Check out the list. Lake fishing, ice fishing, surf fishing, deep sea fishing, river fishing. We are doing lake fishing. Circle a type of fishing you've never tried. What do you think would be fun about it? Yeah, what would be challenging? I have never tried ice fishing before. I think it would be fun because you get catch a different, variety of fish than I'm probably normally used to. I think it would be challenging because it's really, really cold. It's really cold out there, and I don't know if I would enjoy really cold fishing. No, the gear. Although there are many different kinds of fishing and types of fishing gear, and you can start by learning the basic setup. Label the fishing setup on the left by writing the name of each part. A fishing rod. Number 1, down, there's a fishing rod. Number 2, line. Down, with a line. Number 3, a reel. Wham, that's a reel. Number 4, a hook. Shabla, that's a hook. Number 5, the bait. Yeah, that's number 5, that's a bait. That's a bait. That's a this is a lure and 6. This is a fly, 7. This is a bobber, 8. And this is a sinker, 9. Protect the wildlife by using lead-free sinkers. Yeah. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, technically, and you get excess lead in the water by using lead-based sinkers. Yes. Is it enough to significantly impact the wildlife? Not really. But you know what? We're good junior rangers, so we use lead-free sinkers. Tungsten is what's popular now, or graphite. Like the rules you have at elementary school, all regulations are things that we review. All regulations help us protect fish and keep fishing open to the public. A good angler always learns and honors these rules. Find out the regulations for the site that you are visiting. For help, you can ask fish and the wildlife manager or ranger. And watch out for the old green tackies that come flossing towards you, park ranger. Fish and wildlife. The game warden, GW, will come and get you. Where will you be fishing? And I swear that's what it sounds. What kind of fish would you like to catch today? We're gonna fish there. Gonna keep this fish? Yes. How many? I'm pretty sure. How long must the fish be? I wanna say 15 inches for Texas. Who in your group needs a fishing license? Everyone. Fishing. You need a license even if you don't catch. What kinds of species are under catch and release only? The time that denial sounds good. Check that the site is open. Check which lures and sinkers you want to use. I know they say we can use the ruler on this page, but I don't think this ruler is to scale, guys. I don't think this ruler is to scale. Let's take some language now. And sprags. Five fish, 14 inches. I was close. Oh, it was close. I said 15 inches instead of 14 inches. Correction. Depth 14 inches. Bring an actual ruler. Don't use a paper ruler that you printed out with the you know, if you show up and the game warden's checking your stats and you bust out a paper one that you printed and go, oh yeah, that's totally just 14 inches there, sir. I know they're not gonna let that fly. Angler tips. A smart angler learns how to fish, how to find them, how to handle them safely. But not wizards. Bats. You gotta respect the sauce dogs. Free and discuss these tips with your friends and family. Okay, friends. Try barbless hooks. No. That's how your fish get off. Use a wet hands, never a towel when holding a fish. You don't wipe off the fish's protected slime. I've never seen anyone do that before. I didn't know that was a thing, that people just, like, wrapped up fish in towels. That's kind of guilty. Don't put a fish out, don't keep the fish out of water too long and put it back gently head first. Hell no, you don't put it back gently head first. Only the fish that are absolute weenies you put back head first. Like, yeah, you have to baby the bass. They're still like, you have to, I'm just gonna gently release them, and I might like tilt and swim a little bit too. They're such babies. They're such babies. Bass. Terrible. Trout. Fling the trout. Redfish. Fling the redfish. They'll be totally fine. Catfish, you can huck them. If they're not too big to huck. And then any of like the smash stuff, it doesn't matter. Like if you catch whiting, if you catch if you catch any kind of minnows, honestly smallmouth bass, you don't have to baby either. Just go and check them as far as you can. Teach me. See who's on your boat. You get the biggest serang of the fish. You know, really, really go for that extra distance on you when you put them back. Read tips below and mark things. Places you think you might find fish. River bends and confluences are places where two bodies of water meet and have good food for fish, rocks. So here, you know, confluence and river bend and rocks. That's rocks right in there. And an eddy. That's an eddy. An eddy is when the tide pulls into a circle and it spins around in a circle, and fish like eddies because it traps a bunch of stuff for them to get. Lake fishing, lily pads, long grass beds, lily pads, grass beds, that has cooler water, islands, ample lake edge, rocks, really, and bass, because bass especially orient towards structure, meaning they point their face at it. So, when you cast at the structure directly, try to bounce it off even, and then reel it back in. That's kind of the biggest thing. Check your boots and boat. Don't accidentally bring worms, snails, other plants, animals, the fish habitats. Don't clean the boots by marking impacts on each. Check it on other spots. Yeah. These boots are filthy. Absolutely filthy. Oh yeah. You know what else you don't need to transport? Zebra mussels on Giant Sylvania. You'll see a lot of notes if you never go to docks with lakes that do have that to not transport them. Big no. Let's see. Go outside and play tic-tac-toe with a friend or family member. Find something a fish would eat. Geranicia. Tell a short story about a fish. Did you ever hear about the man that was a one-armed fisherman? We caught one that was well bad. Draw yourself as a fit. Here's my fish body. My fish fangs. Not bad because I just got what? And there's my tail. Here's my fish. Invent a new fish species. This is a brand new fish species never been discovered described. It has a gelatinous type of dome and then a series of tentacles with a thing underneath it. And it's really cool because the tentacles can like sting other fish for food and paralyze it. And then it like eats the fish. But it doesn't have a brain. It's not really alive. But it eats things and it moves independently and it's just a big island of gelatinous mass. And I think I'm gonna name it a jellyfish. Act out an animal that eats the fish and see if another player can guess what it is. Well, you're not that translated. But it's a bird. Birds eat fish. Find a place where you would think a fish and explain why you think a fish would like that spot. It's a rock. The fish likes it because he can live under the rock and never have to worry about his problems. Yeah, therefore it is a rock fish. Make up a song about a fishing and sing it. I'm a fishing in the lakes, I'm a fishing in the river, I'm a fishing in the sea, I'm a fishing in the water, I'm a fish on the ice, I'm a fish on the rice, I'm a fishing all day long. Right now. Nice fish slime. Finds it be slimy in nature. Your mom is slimy. Listen to the sounds of nature around you for 3 minutes. Ready? Yeah? Ready, set? Absolute silence for 3 whole minutes. Ready? Right? Off you go. Y'all say absolute failure. Total inability to, center yourself and just be able to pay attention to nature around you. What a shame. Protect and conserve an ordinary day out fishing. You'll make choices when affects it. Oh, have you gone? Big yawn. The effect fishing are with endless. Junior ranger anglers with example of stewardship, taking care of the place and conservation of protecting nature. We were so excited for a day of fishing. Before we headed out, we checked the rules on the regulations. We wanted to stay safe near the water, so we brought a life jacket for each person. The sun was shining. It reminded us to pack and screen well in to protect our skin. As we were long time fishing, I felt the tiny line reel it in. I did it! I caught a fish! I was ready to let it go. Don't let the fish go. Just eat it. We carefully put it back in the water. Oh, just throw it. And when it was time to leave, we looked around our sight. We didn't leave behind any fishing line in core fishing huts. We packed out all of our food wrappers and hauled their trash like too. We left this night looking great for the next anglers and safe fish of the wildlife. At home, we got to burn off our baits and made sure they worked when needed, so they didn't catch aquatic hitchhikers. What a great day! In 2016, to raise awareness of the harmful effects of waste, students of the Kodiak National Wildlife Refuge and used beach water to create a statement mosaic on display. Okay. That'd be great. Think of a friend or family member you would like to invite fishing and write or draw them a note. If you went fishing, tell them about your day. Was Iceland and it was really fun. I learned how to time and I enjoyed it very days. I learned about even use that trick very fun. Your friend Sofa. Times New Roman 12.5 double space, thin margins. Continue the adventure. You know the Universe book includes getting your Junior Ranger Angler badge. This is just the beginning. Every state in the US, find a place to fish or even just play outside. Plus you keep earning the Ranger badges at public lands near you. Send a fishing invite. Complete the rest of the card by adding your own design into its tweet that you learned from the spec. Give a card to a friend or ask an adult to help to address it. Hey friend, we could go fishing on the coast. I learned this tip for fishing safely. Don't push your friend out of the boat. I learned this tip for protecting fishing and habitat. Oh man, I didn't think to anything silly right off the bat. Undecided. Let's get into shit. Well, there you go, everybody. We're now professional junior anglers. Very well studied and prepared. Oh man, prepared for our next trip to the lake. World Heritage Site. You know, that's kind of all. That's kind of all I've got for the day. I really feel like taking a nap now. So I will see you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to stay tuned and for my community posts. Yeah, I can't stop yawning. I need to take a nap. Alright, bye.